Now let's solve exercise 5 together. The question says we are given tan theta is equals to 3 over 4, which will express sin theta as a fraction. And likewise, we have a ramp 25 meters in length, inclined at an angle of y degrees to the ground. If the base is 12 meters, we should evaluate y. Now we're given an hint of sin x is equals to a, cos y is equals to b, and tan z is equals to c. So we just apply the principle of inverse trigonometric, and we have an expression for a to be arc sine, x to be arc sine a, y to be arc sine b, and z to be arc tan c. Likewise, we are applying the principle of SOHCAHTOA. So where sine is equals to opposite over hypotenuse, cos is equals to adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan is equals to opposite over adjacent. So let's begin with the first question, which is paramount to what we are dealing with. Now we have that if tan theta is equals to 3 over 4, we should express sin theta as a fraction. What is sin theta? Given tan theta is equals to 3 over 4. Now, there are so many ways to solve this. Let's begin with the most simplest way. Now, we understand from here that tan theta is equals to opposite over adjacent. So, applying this to this, to what we have here, then we can say that the opposite is equals to 3, the hypotenuse, the adjacent is equals to 4. Then we just have to find an expression for the hypotenuse. And we are applying this principle to this. We are looking for what? Opposite over hypotenuse. So we have our opposite to be 3. Let's evaluate the hypotenuse. So let's draw a diagram to represent this so that we'll have more understanding. You understand it is a right angle triangle of theta, where the opposite is 3, the adjacent is 4, and hypotenuse is unknown. So let's apply Pythagoras theorem. It says the hypotenuse squared is the sum of the opposite squared plus the adjacent squared. Therefore, this will give us 3 squared plus 4 squared, which is 9 plus 16, which is equals to 25. So if the hypotenuse squared is 25, then the hypotenuse itself is 25, which is equals to 5. Then if you recall that sin theta is equals to opposite over hypotenuse, then the opposite in the question given is 3 and the hypotenuse is 5. So this is it. We have expressed sin theta as a fraction. Likewise, if we want to express cos theta as a fraction, we just say this is adjacent over hypotenuse. The adjacent is 4 as given in the question, and the hypotenuse is equals to 5. Now, this is one of the ways to solve this. However, if we want to go through the technology of inverse trigonometry, then the question says if tan theta is equals to 3 over 4, sin theta is equals to what? So the first thing to do is just to find theta. That will give us arctan of 3 over 4. Arctan of 3 over 4 is similar to saying it is arctan of 0.75. And the arctan of 0.75 using our calculator is equals to 36.87 degrees. Applying this 36.87 degrees to sin theta, therefore sin theta will be sine 36.87 degrees. Using the same answer we got, we will allow it to give us 0.6. 0.6 is equals to 6 over 10, and 6 over 10 is equals to 3 over 5, which is exactly what we have here. Similarly, if we do the same thing for cos theta, cos 36.87 degrees will be equals to 0.8. 0.8 is 8 over 10, which is equals to 4 over 5. So we will have this here approximately. So we have solved question 1 and our answer is 3 over 5. We have expressed sine theta as a fraction. Now let's move on to question 2. Let's duplicate it so that we'll have the concepts in there. Duplicate and we move to the next page. The question says a 25-meter ramp is inclined at an angle of 9 degrees of y degrees to the ground. If the base is 12 meters long, find y. Now we have a ramp. Or let's begin. We have the ground and we have a ramp. The ramp is inclined at an angle of y degrees to the ground. Okay, the ground, which is the base, is 12 meters long. Remember, we'll be dealing with application questions. And the ramp is 25 centimeters in length. It's right angled in nature, and we are asked to evaluate y. Now, considering the positioning of y, this is our opposite, which is the side facing the angle. This is our adjacent, and this is our hypotenuse. So we have our adjacent is equals to 25, or rather 12. This is our adjacent, which is 12 meters. Our hypotenuse is 25 meters. Our angle y degrees is unknown. I want to find our y degrees. We know that we do not have opposites. So to do this, let's refer back to SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. We want to find what will relate adjacent to hypotenuse. So obviously, what will relate adjacent to hypotenuse will be the cos is equals to adjacent over hypotenuse. So let's apply this here. Definitely, we are saying that cos y degrees is equals to, or let's just say y, is equals to adjacent over hypotenuse. The adjacent is 12, the hypotenuse is 25. And if you find an expression to this, we'll have this to give us 0.48. So we have cos y is equals to 0.48. Definitely y will be the arc cos of 0.48. Simplifying further, using a calculator, we have this to give us 61.31 degrees. So we have y to be equals to 61.31 degrees, which is the value of y. So let's take the conclusion of inverse trigonometric functions, where we have the case of sine a or sine x is equals to a. We have cos y is equals to b. Similarly, we have tan z is equals to c. So we can say that x is equals to arc sine of a, while is equals to the arc sine or arc cos rather of b, and z is the arc tan of c. And we understand that x ranges from minus theta to theta degrees to 90 degrees, minus 90 degrees to 90 degrees. Likewise, y ranges from minus 90 degrees to 90 degrees, and z ranges from minus 90 degrees to 90 degrees. And the same 90 degrees can be written as minus pi over 2 in radians. So pi over 2 minus pi over 2 in radians, 2 pi over 2 and minus pi over 2 in radians, 2 pi over 2.